What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. Today we got ticker symbol ELAB leading the way. ELAB. Annual results from Form 10K. Okay. Quite the reaction from a 10K form, but all right. So far, just looking at the candlesticks, it does seem a little bit more on the grindier side. Like initially, we had the push after hours on Friday, which was a good move, going from 160 to $4 in just a couple of minutes. But so far here into pre-market today, I'd say we've been a little bit more on the grindy side of things. We did have a push back here, March 24th, sold off. This is the after hour move on Friday. The good news is that it is up above that high point, so over 4. So for me, this one, it comes down to the volatility. Like, are we going to see some volatility and an uptrending move? If we do see, those, like we've been seeing a lot of stocks that they do give an uptrend, but it's more so like 30 minutes of sideways and then one like, big candle out of nowhere, and then like another 20, 30 minutes sideways, another big candle out of nowhere. If it's one of those, we gotta be a little bit more careful, and we have to position ourselves properly to capture a move. But if we're not seeing an uptrend in itself, it's not going to be worth it, because our biggest threat right now is the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree. Actually, my chart is getting covered. The Christmas tree is for me like the biggest issue, right? You know what I can do? Well, yeah, what I could do, maybe I can do this for now to remind myself that I have the split screen. Yeah, the Christmas tree is like the biggest issue, as in like we get into the open on a stock that looks really good in pre-market. We break the pre-market highs. We're strong in the first few minutes, first 3 to 5 minutes, and then immediately in the next candle, like we're selling off to low of day levels without warning. So for me, that's where I have the biggest issue. So I have to be very careful in managing risk. And I think, Friday we're lucky to have pulled off a red to green, but today I think even if something does look good, we're just gonna stick to the smaller size in the first 5 minutes. I think might just be the way to go. Friday I was on the mindset of like, hey, we had UGRO and a couple other stronger stocks that week. So if we see something early that just is just ripping, to just try to go for it right away, but it ended up backfiring with the big red start to the day. So, to manage risk, I mean, risk management is the best and biggest number one thing. So I think just sticking to the smaller size, and then, if we're still strong in minute number 10, 20, 30 minutes, 50 the first hour into the day, then at that point, obviously, we're pushing more size because the stock really had like proven itself. So it's somewhat of a trade-off to potentially sacrifice like earlier gains if something is strong right away, um, because it's just too much risk in the first 5 minutes of something looking really good and then, completely titanicking into shipwreck cove. So next down on the list, we have BFRG. Looks okay. BFRG, AI-powered biotech. That's what I'm seeing there for our headlines. 87 cents by 113, and right now it is holding above the VWAP, which is good. The name sounds familiar as well. Like, let me check the daily chart, right? We might have traded this one a few times before. Maybe going back to areas like this. All right. From $3 up to 8. I remember the name BFRG, even days like this. You know, 2023 when a stock with IPO we're actually gonna like test all-time highs. Blue skies, 950, gap to 950 on that day. Blue skies. So again, you know, 2024, you know, in this area here, it curled back up. Bit of a double top towards the highs, but you know, attempted all-time highs. This market, very typical for exactly what we're seeing here. A headline off of all-time lows. So you get a bit of a pop at the bottom. A bit of a bounce at the bottom of things here. Dang, my chart, I keep forgetting my chart is split screen. Holy smokes. I did enlarge it again. Time, 22. Okay, we got time. Let me just pull it back right here so I don't forget. Yeah, BFRG, the point I'm making, it's a, I don't know if we will call it a recent runner, but it's a runner that we've traded before. And it's in a good price range. I'm going to have this one as the second string on the other screen. We got a 5 symbol stock, third down on the list. And let's link this to blue. Okay, doesn't look like anything. EEIQ. Let me pull up a 1-minute chart here real quick. So continuation. EEIQ is definitely it's worth keeping on a side chart for potential continuation. So there's ELAB, BFRG, EEIQ, and then just a quick glance at ASTC here on the list. Volume is a little lighter. So there's my watch list, just these 3. And obviously if something is moving up on the scanners or getting called out in the chat, could also be worth it. I do have to say though, I'm definitely enjoying the day trade dash charts. Ever since Schwab let me go, you know, I did like the Schwab charts, although, well, you know, when you're using just one platform, you're never really like aware of anything else. So the lag that we get at Schwab, I don't know if it's still a thing, but the lag in the charts, we got kind of used to it. So I'm glad to at least be able to find a different platform that I like here. Because the charts on DAS, let's be honest. I mean, Tim is the only person that I know that loves the DAS charts. And I don't know how he does it, man. I can't do it. Those charts are in the depths. So thankfully here, we're good to go. So ELAB into the open. ELAB. The pastor will be staying. Bro, I personally, I do not like to like keep changing things in terms of like layout. Once I have a good layout that I'm used to, I don't know. I love to just, you know. We got 5 minutes, by the way. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, just a quick reminder of our disclaimer, all right? Remember that day trading, if you're new to the markets, if you're new to the channel, day trading is risky. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. That might sound familiar because a lot of traders have that exact saying, and it is true. Be very careful If you're looking to pay your mortgage, your rent, and you're thinking, hey, I need to come into the market to make a quick one, don't do it. The opposite is going to happen for you, which is to take massive losses, right? You're not going to make anything, because in order to make anything in the first place, you need strategy, you need discipline, you need experience, the whole nine. And if you're now starting off as a fresh trader, you don't have any of those things yet. So do not allow this, dream and whatever you might have else going on to cost you money, right? Not because XYZ at work made 100K on a crypto meme stock or something. You're going to come in and be like, hey, I'm smarter than that guy. I'm going to do this too, right? So just keep that in mind. There's risk. So you have to be disciplined. All right. Even for people who've been around like myself, it can be tricky, right? So be very careful. ELAB, watching into the open, also keeping an eye on BFRG. I'm thinking, if BFRG is a little bit more volatile early, maybe could be the one to watch first, but we got ELAB here pulled up on the charts. If you're tuning in on YouTube, also be sure to hit the thumbs up. How to navigate this platform as in Day Trade Dash or Dash Trader, because this platform here is just for charts and scanners. Like the scanner that's on screen now is for charts and scanners, but in terms of like actually placing trades, I'm placing trades through Webull, Sage Trader, and Guardian Trading. I have 3 brokers that I'm using for like active trading. Now, in terms of those brokers, they're all connected. Well, not all. Webull is standalone, but Dash, Guardian, and Sage Trader, they're connected to DAS. DAS Trader is an execution platform that allows you to like buy and sell and place limit orders and the whole nine. So if you're asking for a DAS tutorial, I have a few that we have in our course. I can maybe make one public, or I can maybe send it to you in a private link. Yeah, don't worry. We were all new at one point, right? And you just learn as you go. So don't feel any kind of way. Part of starting out. So BFRG I have up here now. I'm going to start with small sizes mentioned for the first 5 minutes. Just going to take it easy, even if the stock seems to be strong, because again, we can get the Uno reverse, right? And right back down. So just 300 shares, limiting my risk automatically with that. I'm going to take it slow here. BFRG at the open. There is some volume on ELAB here early. We're getting something through the pre-market high BFRG. Only 2 cents over the highs there, though. ELAB, first minute is okay. So again, we're seeing that volatility, right? So we had 114 to about $1 there, 102. Now we're back up to 11. Bit of a 10-cent range. There's a new low for BFRG at 98. ELAB. Yeah, ELAB is definitely the one, all right. But again, I don't want to size up yet, even though it gave a big move there. We got 488. Still sticking to 300 shares. I do like how we're looking. I'm going to watch this pullback here. This is where it's key for the stock not to Christmas tree, right? All we need is to hold up our pullback here. So I have starters and looking to add here. Christmas tree will be us going back down below like 440. Anything below like 440 is just too weak. Even like 440, like if we can hold the $0.50 will be pretty good. What was the pre-market highs? At 49. So yeah, like if we can hold a $0.50, this is good. If we break down too much below 450, we got to be very, very careful of a Christmas tree. Like 45 is like, you know, when we start to get down there, like right here, what's it going to be? This is big levels here. 32. It's kind of low. The 5-minute candlestick is still holding though, so we'll see. So 88 to 40, about, you know, to 32, about a 40, 50-cent pullback. Moment of truth right here in this area. If it Titanic's here, it's cooked. What Weeble is on some BS, bro. The security can only be liquidated. Are they mad? What's so special about this stock? I put an order for 50, 1,600 shares. Well, I'll trade it in the other platform here. It's fine. Damn. So far, you know, again, we have to keep holding. If not, this is just, you know. It definitely has some range to it. We have a double bottom there, but will it be enough to help us to get back over 50? BFRG got up to 118. It looks like it's a Christmas tree. So this is the risk. That right there is the risk. Again, we can look very strong and then be very weak right away. Some scratch trades. Trying to get long, like, you know, 38, getting filled mid 40s. Taking the loss down at 30. You know, about 15 cents risk there, kind of high. That right there is the real risk. Stock starts off incredibly strong and it's right back down. All right, BFRG. Okay, halt up at 25. I don't mind. This could be good. Good. This is good. I don't mind this at all. Zay with the MMU 101 trade there, I see. All right, so ELAB, a bit of a fake out there. And BFRG may be the actual one here. I'm definitely looking for the dip and rip on this one. But what time is it? It's 37. It's still a little early. We're 7 minutes into the open. We have to. What I'm hoping for is that this is the strong one, right? Every day we're searching for that one hot stock. Is it BFRG here? I'm going to take a quick look at EEIQ. Not much on that one. And then ELAB. I wouldn't be surprised if it does curl back up. It's the type of weird market, right, where we can wash out all the way down and still see something back up. So I wouldn't say it's finished just yet, especially if we look at the context of the pre-market chart. So ELAB can still definitely get back to 450. But for now, I'm going to just be patient on that one. And BFRG, I'll keep an eye here. So again, trying after we held up that 430 level, a lot of my trades I'm trying for high 30s for, the retest of 50, getting filled 44, 45. I have an offset of a couple cents, so it does make sense. I get slightly higher fill. But I stopped out at 30 like three different times, 200, 300 shares. So we're halted up. The resumption is going to be at 41. And for me, I'm Eastern time, market time. So at 9:41 and 45 seconds. 41 and 45 seconds. We got about 2 minutes. We broke over the pre-market high, which is good. What I'd like to see here is us opening, going up higher, and then I'll be watching the pullback trade without hesitation. What is the risk? The risk is a Christmas tree. If this happens to be the strong stock of the day, any dip that will come will hold up and will be flying into new highs. If it's a weak stock here still, it's going to sell off back down. So that's the risk. We got about 2 minutes to resumption, less than 2 minutes. So yesterday in this situation, or let's say Friday, I was down like 500 already because I had size. So keeping that small size in that first stock was the good move indeed. Definitely excited to see a good resumption here. This is a good stock. I'm ready to go. BFRG. Less than a minute. This is where you take a deep breath and remind yourself, no fear, no hesitation if you see the setup that you know and love. We accept the risk. Always. 15 seconds, BFRG. 10 seconds. We're at 125. Here it comes. Okay, 30. Trying 23 again here. Can we see over 30? I'm back out. Okay. Can we see 35, 40? It's a little, it's not as decisive as I would like there. So I'm going to ease off a little bit, give it a sec. Typically, our resumptions are even higher volume, more decisive, bigger move. So I'm going to give it a sec. See if maybe we get more of a bull flag up here. Yeah, ELAB is completely getting cooked. Gotta be careful of the flush out. But sometimes where the highest risk is can sometimes be the best trades. So you just have to accept the risk. I'll take the 5 cents there. It's holding up 120 for now, which is good. But can we get over 30 and then 35 for that new high? Some buyers 25. 33 is currently our high. Yeah, it's not ideal there. Although we're seeing a big wall of buyers 25. Pre-market highs are 13. So our 20 level gave out there for a sec. We'll see if it has what it takes to hold up. So this is the flush out you got to be careful of, right? It's our third time there. It's having some issues. 13 to 22, not too bad. Probably should have sized down right there a little bit. We got 33 for high of day still. It's a quick V-shaped bounce back to 20. Sometimes, you know, you got to be careful of like there being a short-lived front side. The halt down is just 2 cents below. If it halts down, it's not the best look. Nah. Nope. It's just so much risk there. The halt down is pretty tight here. Okay, it's extended lower. There we go, 7. It's a little bit better. It's going to be a waiting game here. We could curl off of this, but again, the halt down was 1 cent away right there. I kind of paper handsed it at 11. So we're right into our pre-market high here. Not a bad trade idea. Again, the halt down was just 1 cent away, so I kind of sold there. Kind of paper handsed it a little bit. ANNA curled up a little bit. Our front side here a little short-lived after the resumption, so just being a little bit more careful here with the pullbacks. ASTC. So in a bit of a short-term bear flag here. We'll see. It's like a slow grind up here. And I did paper hands my trade at the pre-market high. So I'm asking myself, you know, is 120 good enough? I think there's a little bit of risk here. We could still reject the high of the flag here as well. If it's able to get back over 23, it'll be pretty good for a test of 30, potentially. But big levels here. Will we push through the highs of this flag? We're consolidating right here. ASTC. It's tough to get the fills you want sometimes, though, you know? Our volume on the 1 minute is decreasing. MACD on the 5 minute, not, you know, not quite inverted yet. Retested the lows here. I lost on this big red candle coming down through 120. I kind of had size there, which is why I went green to red. But was looking to risk the cushion, but you know, you'll get caught with slippage sometimes in those flush outs. UGRO at 124 area. It's like every time we get up to this 20 area, we're seeing some struggles, right? So short sellers definitely watching this one here. What I do like though is that we've been seeing higher lows for the most part. So it still could go. Still could go. Typically in this situation, I like the breakout of the bear flag, but being that it might not be volatile, it could be tricky. Like if we get up there 23, 24, 25 and it's like just grinding, it's not going to be worth the trade. If not, obviously the lows of the consolidation. Which in this circumstance of higher lows, I don't want to see the lows of the consolidation. We need to rip to new highs here. So there's a retest. Could break down. I don't like it. I mean, for now at least, you know, if it curls up, great. 21. Is this the curl? Fuck no, man. Ah, I sold. Damn. 134 for the halt up. It might halt up. So short sellers who are short 25 and below will feel something here for sure. So a little bit of a squeeze. No way I missed the breakout, man. No halt up. We had the halt level extended 38. The price action is definitely not clean. Not well. It's okay. It's not super clean. Here's opportunity. So we got a new high of day there. 36 now. So bad. Like part of me is like thinking like just slamming massive size on one good setup, but there's risk. There's risk. That trade right there, I wanted to add. It just it bounces so fast off the lows that I can't get my average to go down. It's like buying the flush out itself I could do, but if the flush out doesn't stop there, then I'm just taking a massive loss. I'm just buying the falling knife. But I'm trying to wait for the bottom of the flush out, and it's like immediately back up. So it's tough to get to add into those flushes. It's like this I got to be pretty careful here. Not as smooth of an experience as I would like, so I need to be very cautious to not like again be super aggressive in just one area and kind of have like a strikeout. We do have a new 5-minute candlestick here. bro. When it gives the next breakout, if it gives the next breakout, that's my trade. If we get another breakout like over 35, that's the trade I can't miss for sure. I'll be more aggressive at like attempting it. This last one I kind of took 23, 22, 23, and I kind of sold out once the the volume kind of like slowed down, but the moment I sold it just teleported up. We're on another mini bear flag here. Will we break out of it? Not as a rejection. I'd love to see it like continuing to hold up the 20 area. So we're still consolidating here, 22 by 30. Will we push through 30 again and retest that high of 36? If we're strong, once it gets over that level, we could see new highs of 40 and the halt up 44, which would be excellent. For now, we need to survive and hold up 20s. There's a new 5-minute candlestick coming. Big levels here. Come on, give us something. Something. Give us something through the highs of 30 and 35. The halt up is now 41, a little lower than it was just now. Can we break out of this channel here over 30 and retest the highs? We held up 20, like 22, like 7 times right there. 6 times, 8 times. Is the issue with trying to get the breakout is that it could go at any moment or it could reject, right? And it is tough to pinpoint the entry here. And nothing happens. Back out. 26, 24, 21. Titanic. The short sellers are winning the fight. It is back down. It could halt down as well. As people who are long in this move might sell. Bro, I might as well. Let's see. We're managing risk, which is good. We're keeping everything tight. We need something strong that's trending up. UGRO at 25 bucks. ELAB, I think might have sold off, yeah. Now, in hindsight, should I have taken my 200 bucks here after the first halt up? Maybe. But it's still early in the day. We'll have to just be patient and just wait around. This is not where I will do my best in this move down, so I'm going to stay on the sidelines and be patient. Some traders are good at scalping these dips, but I'll just wait on the side. So we need these consolidations like this to hold up and, you know, give us a nice sweet move. Instead of going down, we want to trend nicely to the upside here, you know, for a new high. The equal and opposite reaction. UGRO is moving up a little bit, but we have to account for the risk. It is a $25 stock. That's on the 4th day, maybe, of continuation. Spreads are 70 cents. It just doesn't look like it's worth it at all. You know who's making money on this move? Save. Save is short in this consolidation at the highs and selling right here. Stealing our big move to the upside. Whenever we go to a conference, it's surprising how many traders are short sellers compared to the long bias traders. Like there's so many people going short, and typically these people are using big size as well. So we need more stocks like UGRO to just keep squeezing them out, you know? Oh man. So sidelines, I'm gonna keep an eye on the scans. I'm gonna be patient. I want to do all the right things to give myself a shot here on a bit of a slower day. If something halts up that looks really good, high volume or breaking news, maybe even a sub $1 stock that looks really good. But for now, I want to just be patient, slow my roll, and not overtrade in areas like this where I'm a little bit at a disadvantage, you know. In the move going up, I can quickly get green. Sadly I did miss this push here at let me pull the chart over a little bit. I did miss this push here. Well, besides that, you know, so far so good. The stocks are not as strong as we would like, so we're going to be very patient. ELAB, a bit of a small red to green off the lows, back over VWAP, but does it have what it takes for an actual real red to green over $4, 420, 450? If I pull it up here, BFRG. That's the only way I can really, you know, get involved here. The new error. So ELAB 87. The high boss. So yeah, the day is looking a little slow. I'm just gonna be on the sidelines. So I had 8,000 shares in the dropout on the BFRG trade that took me from green to red. So after being up 200, I'm like, hey, okay, this is a little bit of cushion to, you know, push a little bit more size. UGRO moving up again, big spreads, just tough to get involved here. Friday, we were happy to pull off a red to green. Today, just not much Momo. The first stock had an opportunity, ELAB had an opportunity to be great. But again, we have a very aggressive move in the first 3 minutes going up. And then minute number 4, 5, 6, it's like making a new low of day. The reason why I can be red on those stocks like that is because for what a traditionally hot market looks like, that move that we get in the first 3 minutes, it's identical to what a strong day would start off as, which is why I always take that pullback. Like I take that pullback every single time. And on the days where we're not seeing anything continuing up, it's going to be hard crashing back down, right? So for me, when we're consistently seeing good momentum, I can take size like nothing. But without seeing consistently strong opportunities, for me, trying to size up is very difficult because, you know, the next stock will come and I'm wondering like is it gonna hold up, you know? Versus having that peace of mind of most stocks are holding up, and even if this one don't, there's gonna be another one. ASTC hitting scans. That for me is where the size can come. ASTC moving up here slightly, gaining volume. $81 is the pre-market high. It broke out of a bull flag, which is good. Over the whole dollar, 38 is the halt up if we see something spectacular. But again, I'm a little skeptical. Just, you know, hey, are we going to be strong here to continue? The first big pullback is going to be key to hold. But the 1 minute chart does look clean, though, in those micro dips. Okay. 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 It's halting up 451 just like that. So a bit of a slow grind to a big 30-cent explosion right there. Okay. All right. Looks like Steve is enjoying the festivities here. I meant to say on the 10-second chart, right? This is not the 1 minute. This is the 10-second chart. So the small red candles that came in between did look good, but again, it's not a full-on 1 minute pullback, which is what I was trying to say. Okay. I mean, we broke over the pre-market. I'd say it's looking good, but again, this is the risk, right? If this is a traditionally strong stock, no doubt that when a pullback does come of good size, it will hold and it'll continue, aka a dip and rip, right? If this thing is going to be weak like the other two stocks, this is already pretty much high of day, and we're Christmas treeing back down, right? So if the setup looks really good for the dip and rip, I'll take the trade and I'll accept the risk that, hey, if this is high of day, then I will lose on the entry. If it's going to be good, we'll definitely get new highs again at like $5 maybe, or even more. And this thing can fly. Short sellers are definitely aggressive on most stocks because they're just selling back off. So this could be the one where they're trapped here and we get more of a move. The next question is share size. How many shares do I want to use here? I am red on the day, so I can't just go, you know, Rambo style here. Speaking of Rambo, maybe I go get the Rambo headband here, but shout out to Ross, by the way, because he's the one who came up with that Rambo thing. But anyhow, getting distracted. We're at like 350, if my math is any good. Like I have to use like around 1,000 shares because I can't risk too much. But if the first trade is good, then we can go from there. Resumption will be at 23.29. The resumptions are typically on a 5-minute interval from the exact moment of which the stock was halted. On my level 2 that I'm using through DAS Trader, it tells me when the stock was halted up. If you're not using level 2, you could utilize this website here as well, which tells you when every single stock is halted. I'll post it in the chat room and on the YouTube stream. If you guys click on that link, it'll show you that ASTC was halted at 10:18 and 29 seconds market time, Eastern Standard Time. So in exactly 5 minutes from that time frame, we'll get the resumption. So 23:29. We got about a minute. Some level 2s will give you a countdown. My level 2s, I've updated them and I get no countdown anymore, which is fine. I don't need it. It's good to have it though. That way you don't even have to do the math. But I've been used to doing the math for a while, so I'll give myself my own countdown. So again, just a little less than 1,000 shares for me. And if we get a good dip and rip and we're able to see a good pattern from there, then I can size up. But for where I am on the day, I can't just go, superhero, Superman, big size here. Too much risk. "20 seconds. Deep breath, no fear, no hesitation. If we see the setup that we know and love here, 10 seconds. 450. Here we go. Taking a dip. I'm back out watching again. Yeah. It is. Could still curl, but a little bit slower there. 110. 410 rather. Trying it one more time here. A lot of green printing, not quite over 30, taking the 15 cents or 10 cents, whatever it was. Over 30 could be good if we get the volume again. Definitely not the traditional dip and rip, all right. Of course, I sold out quickly, and it attempted. It didn't go through though. Ay, ay, ay. We're getting resistance in mid-20s. People are shorting it probably. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Fly. 15, 15. Okay, test of 30 should come. Can we see it? And stopping out flat. Well, didn't make anything. It might be cooked. Uh, uh, maybe we're getting to a place where we might have to call it here. Over 30 is still a big level if it happens. A lot of buying there, just not pushing up at all at mid-teens. Damn. Ah, you son of a gun, man. Yeah, chasing that was the bad idea. I don't know, man. I think it's a little too choppy. Chanzi, see you tomorrow, brother. See you tomorrow. Ah, man. Bro, come on. Can't let short sellers win every battle here, man. Of course, I freaking. Bro, this shit should be flying, bro. I'm freaking sick of these damn stocks. I sell the moment before it flies, like the freaking second before it goes. At this rate, they're playing games with me. Over 30 should be flying, and I sell 1 second too soon. We got high 77. This is the part of trading that makes you feel like you want to go mad, but you got to stay cool, calm, collected. Uh, oh, bro. Okay, all right. A bit of a full retracement back to 30, but okay. Nothing like going from 430 to 480 back to 430. Worst thing is if it sells off below the level, like we at least need to hold up. It might be completely cooked. So I missed the big move up and get caught in a few dips back down. Lovely. Double negative. BFRG back to 118. If the 5-minute candlestick closes as a green doji, that could be good. Some indecision. In which case, this is still a bit of a hold up the 430 area here. If we can. BFRG moving up a bit. Hopefully there's no head and shoulders here. Dang, BFRG right back down to 103, halting down. After pushing up to 126 right there. Holy smokes. Not really a good sign for momentum there. Highs are at 77. The halt up is over $5, 533. It's quite far away, actually. So for me, this is where I have to be careful, right? Like this, the move going up, I'm not in. Like our pullbacks here, are we going to retrace again all the way down to 420? We're not really seeing those tighter pullbacks holding up a bunch. $75, $89. It definitely seems like we could see a break of 5. Some pretty big sellers coming in mid 90s. This could be the beginning of the backside, or it could just be a 5-minute pullback. We'll see. All right, I definitely should have been in there. It's a good curl. Should have took that 480 break of the bear flag there. No new highs. Bit of a, well, new highs by 10 cents. Damn. Not the, not the fill I wanted there, but okay. $49 is high of day. If it pushes through again, we could see something. Bro, the fills are just miserable, bro. It's opening up a little bit. The risk here is a big flush, but for now, it's definitely squeezing a little bit. Volatility just, prevents you from getting that sweet fill sometimes. Usual stuff. Fucking hell, it should have flew right there, man. Should have seen $6. Bro, come on. Oh, what is that? Bro, I can't catch any of these moves. Like, it's just can't catch any of them. It's just at this point, it's getting ridiculous. Not even one. I sold too soon a couple times, and then the other times just timing. It definitely turned out to be quite a strong stock, though, right? Despite me not getting to capture much of it, it's been climbing up. I'm just gonna keep to the small size and stay patient, and if maybe if we get lucky, it keeps going. Maybe we can capture something else, something more, but just taking it easy. 611 high of day. Five-minute chart, definitely super strong. Could also say a little extended. So we got to be careful of the first big red candle on the 5 when it does come. That could also potentially be a sign of for backside. So want to keep that in mind and not overtrade whenever this thing does get to the end of its lifespan. Pretty bad. Pretty bad attempt. It's good that I have that in me though. Nice. I like that. There it is. And I'm kind of missing it again, but bro, how's that even a losing trade? How's that possible that I'm in low and selling high and losing? Where did I get filled, brother? In a tight spread like that? One step forward, one step back. Bro, I cannot connect on this thing to save my life. It's ridiculous. Bro, oh man, it's just tough trying to get those trades like that. 48 high of day. At this rate, this is an embarrassment, brother. Not an embarrassment, an embarrassment. Seeing about it 9-cent spread at times. Again, once the first red candle comes on the 5, you got to be very careful at that point, as it could be turning around. Could be turning around. So right here, I want to be very careful not to try to take panic flush, as we could be seeing the falling knife. Bro, every area that I'm attempting that I think the move is going to happen, nothing, and then 2 seconds later, a big move. In the great context, the stock is still strong, of course, but you got to be careful here in case it is backside. So low of the pullback was at 60, 70, no, 65 for now. There's 63, 52. It'll be the waiting game, slowly and steadily sidelines as it makes new lows. Assuming it's not backside. If it's backside, then I don't want to, of course, even consider getting involved on a bounce. How the hell do I not make anything in this sweet move, bro? Like, just freaking unbelievable. This trade here at 480, I don't know. I should have. It's where I was looking to get in. I didn't get in. It rips up to 6 or to 5. One of the cleaner trades here. Was it there? Maybe it was lower. It might have been down here. Yeah, that was down here. Think this is where I shut it down and take the L, take the lesson, and hold what I have. Take the lesson and walk. Bro, I couldn't get the. Nah, hell no, bro. I don't have any cushion, Big Steve. I don't have any cushion, bro, but you can load the boat. You can load the boat. Have a tight stop at the lows, I suppose. And see what it does. Yeah, a little disappointed to not connect on it in any of those areas where we had those bigger pushes, but we went back from flat to red. I tried to take break of 6 with size, and of course stopped out, and then 2 seconds later, sweet move. So I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. Seems like a lot of you guys trade off of the PC or off of a laptop rather. Yeah, I'm shutting it down. For those of you who will be going to 5 p.m. into after hours, stay disciplined, stay patient. The pastor falling short today. I'll be around if it somehow gets back to highs. Maybe there could be an opportunity, but I'm not interested in trading it anywhere here. So backside is where I want to walk away and not fall victim to like trying to take the falling knife trade. So walking away. For those of you who are in the chat room, the conversation will continue. If you're on YouTube, this is where the conversation will end. But for any of you who are interested in joining the chat room, I can post a link. So, let's see. I'll post the link so you guys can check it out. This way, if you guys want to continue the conversation, you can join the chat room. For everyone else, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be live again at 9:15 market time.